Hi, I'm Mary Fox, potter from Ladysmith, otherwise known as the Fox that Pots. And I've been potting since I was a teenager. Actually grew up in Victoria and started potting in Central when I was 13 years old. Grade 8, Wayne Ryzak, the glass artist, was my teacher in grade 10 and quite a strong influence on me. And I've never done anything else for a living. Started out as a production potter, thinking I would make casseroles and pieces for people to use on their table, and then slowly but surely started morphing into the one-of-a-kind pieces, and to my surprise discovered that I was an artist. And now this is what I do. My earliest inspiration was a classical time period in Greece, and the simplest forms have always been what inspired me the most. The pieces with the least interruption to the eye, the simple classic vase form. And the chalices are inspired partially because I was brought up Roman Catholic, and on Sunday at church I was always very, very bored. But the part of the service that always really grabbed my attention was when the priest would offer up the chalice. And I think part of that was the priest's attachment to the form and how they were at that point in time. You could feel the vibration, but also to me just a simple form. So this is my interpretations of the chalice, offering vessel. These aren't designed to be used, they're objects to inspire. And these glazes that I'm known for, these bumpy glazes, are what you call crawl glazes, like crawling along on the ground. They're glazes with a lot of clay in them, so they're designed to shrink as they fire, much like the riverbed that you see when the tide goes out, how it cracks and dries. Clay, as it dries, shrinks, and then as it fires, it shrinks even more. So they beat up and shrink in the firing to show the slip underneath. This piece here has got a terra sigillata first, as basically like sizing your canvas as a backdrop, and then the crawl glaze over top. Where the glaze is thick, you get these big particles. Where it's thinner, it's like so. Then this piece here has the crawl glaze layered up through multiple firings. So on the inside, you see a white crawl glaze over top of a black slip, which also was on the outside, but then I added this glaze over top and fired it for a third time, and you get this mosaic pattern. And these pieces go down to a point about the size of a nickel. That's what they're balanced on in the kiln. And then if they survive, they get epoxy puttied into the clay base. Then these pieces down here are completely different. They're a mixture of lithium and copper, and these another early inspiration, I really wanted to create vessels that had a feeling of antiquity to them, like they had been dug up, and so a bit of air of mystery. And that's why I developed the lithium and copper finish, because it has that unearthed antiquity look to it. You almost don't know, is it clay, is it metal? Unknown. These are my vessels, objects of beauty to inspire.